In previous video, we have talked about scope. Well, scope in function or scope in general. Well, we had something as well to say about that. But in this video, we'll talk about scope rule. Well, there are some rules. We just have to follow and we have to, well, respect those rules. Then we can know that how scope works. Well, it will be very, very efficient for us to code very well. So for example, let's have a is equal to or is assigned to 1. Let's initialize a function. Well, very simple function, very simple function. Now I want to just have another variable like a is assigned to 5 or a is equal to 5. Let's return a. Well, I want to return a and print a. Can you guess what will be the output? Well, let's see what will be the output. Is 1. Why it is like that? Well, in the function we have here a is assigned to 5 and we have returned this a. Then why it prints a as 1? Well, with this let's have another thing as well. Let's print this and let's have this function. In this function we want to have, well, let's have an empty function. Whoa, that's great. Well, it's 5 and it's 1. Well, this thing we have called it a, it is 1. And the second thing, which we have created a function, which we have defined a function, and we have called that function as confusion, it is 5. Why it is like that? Well, it is because this is out of this function and we have called here, well, a. This a is out of this function. It doesn't understand whether the a is defined or not, because it is scope as means separate. The scope is separate. Scope of 5, well, a is assigned to 5. Well, it is in the function of confusion and we have called this as 5. Now let's see what happens here if I have this like this. Well, first we have this, that confusion, the function call, and we have a. Well, again the same thing we have seen here, because it is out of the function. The scope is, it will see this, not here. It is redefined or reassigned. So this is because of the scope. All the things are because of this scope. There are some rules, like number 1 is well, which starts with local. It will check it starts with local, then it will just see, like it is in the local, it is not in the function, it is not specified with a function, with somewhere which means we should not have access to. Well, it starts from the local. And secondly, means if not local, if it doesn't find any local, then parent local scope. What does it mean? Well, it means if it doesn't find anything in the local, for example, we have seen here and we have called it, and we have called that function confusion, so it doesn't find anything in the local, then what is in the local's, well, parent? So this function we have seen, so it checks this function, so it will check and it will print something from here. So we have seen all of them and we have seen, well, everything in the right direction. Then what is the solution? What is the best solution? We have learned about the scope, we have learned everything about the scope, which the rules we have to follow, and after that we will find everything correct, everything on the at its specific place. But there is one other thing, like, well, I want to comment out this. That's global keyword. What does it mean? Let me clear out this. Global keyword, other concepts we just face, that's global keyword. Like for example, we have total is assigned to 0. And let's have another function. Everything we talk about function. Well, we have a function. And now let's have this total will be, for example, like it will be incremented. So let's return the total. What will happen? Does it give any output? It's error. You know why? Because we have not, well, we have not signed or initialized. It is, the total is, well, augmented, incremented. But before that, it is not mentioned in the, well, in the function. So it throws error, that's why, because it doesn't find any value of total. It's called that cannot access local variable total, where it is not associated with a value. Well, that's right. Well, what if we just have this like this? Global total. Will it work? Let's see. That's one. Why it is like this? It's because, well, we have called it once. Now let's see once again, just have this function. I want to call it many times. Like what we expect. We just expect that we have called it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And we have here this global variable and, well, global keyword. We have used global keyword. And global variable or this variable as, well, augmented. It is plus plus, incremented. And then we have returned this, well, total. And 3 times we have called this. It should be 3. Well, does it work the same thing which we expect? Well, yes, it works as we expect it, as like we want it, the same thing, and is very, very efficient. Well, there is another way as well. Very, very simple. We can just have everything in the way which we want, and the same thing, like 3. The output should be 3. How we can do that? Well, let's call it this function again. Let's call it this function again, and we have this total. Well, here we have total, and the we just pass this total as a let's remove this global, and same thing we have here. Now let's run this. Why it is like the type error? Count, well, this missing one required position. Well, yeah, it's because we have these two here. We just remove this and we will run it again. This is 3. The output is correct. Why I removed this keyword? Well, this global keyword. It is because this global is not proper here. Well, it will not be a good practice. Well, it will be nice. It will work, but it is not nice for us to add it here. So it will have some conflict when we just work here. That's why we have removed that, and we have another solution for it. Total, well, everything is correct. Everything is on place. So in the next video, we will talk about another very, very important topic.